What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it's not close. A tip of the cap this morning to Hot Dog Guy at Yankee Stadium, because I knew when I was at 37,000 feet, when I saw that video, I knew our day and our night was screwed. We talk about money management all the time because you're going to have days like we had yesterday. I hate baseball. I'm done with baseball. We're done with baseball. We'll probably pick a few more. But Early Edge in 5 did have a couple of winners. But we tell you all the time, if you can't handle 1, 2, 3, 4 bad days, you cannot be in sports betting. But today we have so much more than just baseball. And I am fired up as I'm on the road. Friendly Confines. You guys know the background. You know where I am. It's a tour championship. It's the biggest event. Somebody is going to take home tens of millions of dollars this week, and I'll be calling the main feed. But that is Thursday. I'm talking about right here, and I'm talking about right now. Bring in the stars of the show, and look who we have. Are you kidding me today? This is like an embarrassment of riches. So, the WNBA playoffs, I've been seeing them everywhere. So I said, you know what? We need our boy Calvin back on the show. Calvin Wetzel, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, fellas. I'm so pumped to be here for the playoffs. They're underway. We got 2 winner-take-all games, one tonight, one tomorrow. And we've had a lot of new betting options, some props, some first basket, some stuff like that because of the playoffs getting underway. So it's an exciting time.
Boom. It's a very exciting time. And for those people like myself who are tired of watching baseball, we can watch the WNBA tonight. I'm assuming it's on ESPN. I haven't even looked yet, but I'm assuming it's on ESPN. Now, this man, he always has that little smile on his face, but do not let the nice guy fool you. If he has a bad day, he comes out like a rabid dog. Zach Attack. Zach Simony, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I've said this before. The NFL is where you have to have that 4-quarter meme like Spice Adams. This is how I was during the 4 quarters of the Atlanta Falcons, New York Jets. First quarter. Second quarter. Third quarter, fourth quarter. How do you play like that in the second half? They just let off the gas. That's preseason football, but everybody saw it coming. Hopefully you got out of that bet. There were several opportunities. Felipe Franks, hopefully he's cut today.
I was kicking myself for not playing just the first half. Because the first half, they looked
that
fantastic.
Information was perfect. I should have gave out the first half. But I actually thought they were going to play Desmond Ridder in the second half, but the rain started coming down.
Yeah.
They changed their whole game plan at halftime, and that was that.
They're not going to risk him. But you're right. Your entire take would have been perfect for the first half. Perfect for the first half. Now, speaking of perfect, his background is far from perfect. But understand, in every crew, in every family, you got to have one. Buckets. Welcome back to the Early Edge.
I'm working on it. We'll get there. But good morning, everyone. I want to shout out real quickly everyone that's bidding on the Draftathon options that we have over there on eBay. Prop Stars and I were texting back and forth this morning. It looks like he barely beat me in the end, but we both raised some real solid money there. So keep on that.
Bro, stop lying. You don't have his number. He's a rock star. You are simply trying to find.
Coach, I'm going to stop you right there real quick, okay? I saw the day that we had yesterday. So let me just preface it with this, okay? I'm not even asking here. I'm going to let you know right out the gate. I am taking Maestro's spot this afternoon because while you guys were doing whatever you were doing in baseball yesterday, my last time on the show, I went 3-0 on my picks. So I'm just letting you know now. This is my spot. This isn't a conversation. This isn't a debate. I just want to air that out now for you. You can continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Wow. Okay. I kind of respect it. I'll be honest with you. I kind of respect it. All right. Look at Paul. He says, buckets laying down the law. Easy, Paul. Easy. All right. Let's get into it. Storylines that could affect. Calvin thought that was funny. Let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines. And as fate would have it, we're coming right back to buckets. Because today, it's not a busy day in the world of soccer, but it's an important day in the world of soccer. Buckets, start us off.
It is an extremely important day here in the soccer world as we are finally to the final leg of the Champions League play-in process. We've seen these poor teams play up to 8 or 12 games over the past 2 months, going for the first leg, the second leg, and the third leg of qualifiers, now into the playoffs. This week will determine what teams make it to the coveted group stages and what teams have to go home and try again next year. So these matches are really, really important today. And it also provides us, as the smart bettors we are, some really unique angles where we can look at the teams that are absolutely desperate today to get some results.
Oh, man. Buckets. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Buckets bringing sexy back. Whoa. Throw the hammer. Do you smell what Buckets is cooking? What are you doing to the chat? I tell you, we got you covered all over the place. Jewelers in the chat. Prop stars in the chat live right now. You have any questions for them? Let them know. We've got you covered top to bottom. I tell you that all the time. Now, I've already put my Champions League picks in. I'm fired up. But, Zach, I know I said I hate baseball, but it's not like we're going to stop. It's not like we're going to stop. But tonight, there is a pitcher that could stop the Orioles. What do you got?
Yeah, we got a good nugget today, Coach, with Dylan Cease of the Chicago White Sox. They are facing the Baltimore Orioles. You go back to June 26th. That was a memorable day between these two teams because Dylan Cease, he had 13 strikeouts. It was the second best in Major League Baseball this year, right behind Sandy Alcantara when he had 14 this year. And that's notable because 13 strikeouts, that's not just his best game of this season. It's the best game of his career in terms of strikeouts. And the Orioles in that matchup, they were just atrocious. They also struck out 3 other times against the White Sox bullpen, 16 strikeouts and 35 plate appearances. That was a strikeout rate of 46%. You look at this Dylan Cease prop, it's been moving on the juice. Over 6.5 strikeouts today, was minus 125. It shot up to minus 150. You might want to shop around. There might be some lower prices out there, but that could be a good prop to take a look at.
Oh, I like that a lot. That is an evening game, so you have a little bit of time. But on K-Props, by the way, Prop Stars live at SportsLine right now. He's also in the chat. You don't want to wait because if you go 4.5 to 5 or 5.5 to 6, that's a big, big difference. A big difference when you're talking about K-Props. All right, boys, very good storylines, but we're here for our picks. A bounce back Tuesday is what I like to call it. But before we get to that, you know we've grown so big, we got to pay those pesky little bills and apparently Bucket's salary now. So let's hear from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. All right, one play from SportsLine today. And if you're not a SportsLine member, what are you doing? We're growing the biggest sports betting community in the world, the most positive sports betting community in the world, and the least expensive. That's important too. $10 a month. One play from SportsLine today. We're going right back to Champions League qualifying. Benfica Lisbon. They had that perfect 2-0 win in the first leg, which means they didn't score too many where they take the foot off the gas pedal, but they didn't score too little to not have a little bit of wiggle room. So we'll take them on the Asian handicap. This is courtesy of the guru, Martin W. Green, the man that picks soccer games here at the early edge that I respect the most is Martin W. Green. So we'll take Benfica Lisbon minus 1.25. Now, you know that the order of the show is so important. You earn it. It's not given to you. So Calvin Wetzel, I know that nobody knows the WNBA like you. And I'd like to elevate the ladies today. So if you don't mind, sir, I would love for you to go first.
You got it. Yeah, tonight, ESPN, like you said, Liberty versus Sky, winner take all, game 3. I got a couple picks. First off, we're going over 164.5. Both these teams, good offenses, fast paced. Both of the first 2 games were played in the mid-80s in terms of possessions per 40. First one flew over the total, 98-91. The only reason the second one didn't is because the 2 teams shot 9 for 42 combined for 3, and it still hit 162 points. So I expect this one to be played at least in the mid, if not upper 160s, maybe 170 again. So over 164.5. And then along those lines, Sabrina Ionescu, the Liberty star, I'm taking her over points prop, but an alternate line. This is one of those new ones we talked about for the playoffs. Her regular line is at 18.5, but FanDuel has the alternates at 20 plus. So I'm taking her 20 plus because it's only 1 extra point, but we're getting it at plus money, plus 114. She's hit 20 in half of her home games. She averages 3 more points at home than she does on the road. She's hit 20 in half of the games since they brought Crystal Dangerfield into the fold in June. Half of her night games, half of the times when she plays 34 plus minutes, which I definitely expect from her tonight in what should be a really close game. So basically, this is a coin flip, which is great value if you're getting it at plus 114. If you don't have FanDuel, I don't mind taking the over 18.5 at other books, but I do like this one a little bit better with 1 extra point and getting plus money.
That's a big, big deal. If you're brand new to sports betting, 1 point here and there, especially in a points prop, very, very important. Calvin, well done. While you were talking, I just got a text I just got a text, and it's from Prop Stars. And he said, Coach, it's Jairee's birthday. It's Jairee's birthday. Sometimes I get so busy I don't look over here. Jairee Turner, one of our OGs, one of our biggest fans. Happy birthday to you, sir. He also says, yes, I buried buckets in the draft-a-thon with my bid. So, up next, it's not going to be me. Oh, I see Zach right there, and I can see it in his eyes that he is fired up. So, Zach, you're up next, big boy.
All right, Coach. I know you don't want the baseball puts it today, but I'm going to bring it. We're going with the White Sox minus 132, who I mentioned briefly in the storyline. They're coming off an embarrassing loss yesterday on the road to the Kansas City Royals. I think this is a good spot for them. This price has actually come down. It was north of 150 last night, down to minus 132. Look at this Orioles team. They're just 5-6 over their last games, losing a little bit of that momentum we saw before that period. And then the White Sox, you go back to the only series they faced against the Orioles this year, the White Sox actually lost 3 of 4. The one win was that matchup that Dylan Cease pitched in. I talked about how dominant he was in that game. That's all you need today. Get him on that mound. I think you can shut down that Baltimore Orioles run production today, so I'll take them minus 132. And then the Philadelphia Phillies against the Reds. I'm going to take them on the run line here. I don't want to risk that minus 200. Actually, it's north of minus 200. Let's take them on the run line at even money. This is actually a rematch of a great pitching matchup last week between Ranger Suarez and Nick Lodolo. Both pitched 7 innings strong, didn't give up a run and turned into a bullpen game that the Reds won 1-0. I don't think that'll happen today. First off, you got Nick Castellanos. He's on a 12-game hitting streak. And then Lodolo, he hasn't really extended much into games. I know he did last week, but if he does today, I don't think he'll get through that Phillies lineup again like he did last week. So I'll take the Phillies on the run line as the second play.
Zach Drip in the chat, he has your back. He says, we will sweep baseball today. By the way, if you would have just blindly parlayed the unders yesterday, just said unders every game, parlayed them, 174-1 is what it would have paid. 174-1. That's how unique yesterday was. That's why you didn't see anybody on Twitter going, you suck, because everybody lost. Everybody lost. Now, Zach, I know you said I didn't want baseball today, but my first play, it's going to be a baseball game because last night, as I watched the Mets do absolutely nothing, they can't do that 2 nights in a row. Then I looked at the pitching matchup today, and I went, Frankie Montas? And I said, didn't he get rocked last time? Yes, 6 runs. Didn't he get rocked the time before? Well, 2 runs. Then the time before that, 6 runs. So we're going to take the over 8.5 Mets, Yankees, and we're going to love that. Then, you don't want to miss First Cut today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to get you ready for the Tour Championship, best bets, sleepers, all that kind of stuff. It's a very unique event, only the top 30. So we're going to play 2 plays today. Patrick Cantlay without the strokes at plus 1,000 to win the Tour Championship. And then remember, it's a staggered start now. Scheffler at 10, Cantlay at 8, other guys at 6, and on down the line. So Cantlay with the strokes is plus 400. I think he wins across the board, and he will win back-to-back FedEx Cups for the first time ever. It's never been done before. Back-to-back. Never been done before. All right. Now, I joke a lot. I play around a lot. You all know that I think sports betting should be fun. But we all like meet at the pay window. So I can throw all my personal feelings aside when I know one of my guys is on an absolute heater. So, Buckets, I'm going to step back, sir, and the Maestro spot is yours. Go for it.
If there is one thing we want to take away from watching the Champions League matches so far, it is how important it is to bet on Red Star Belgrade when they play at home. In their last 5 matches at home this season, they have outscored their opponents 24-1. They've conceded 1 goal at home so far this year. They are absolutely devastating at home. When you travel to the stadium, you cannot hear, you cannot communicate. You just have to survive. That is your only goal playing against this team. They are down 2-3 in aggregate scoring right now against Maccabi Haifa. And somehow, Red Star Belgrade over 1.5 goals team total is minus 125 this morning. That is ridiculous odds for a team that normally you're sitting around minus 800 for this. So I'm absolutely playing that line. Red Star over 1.5 team total at minus 125. Then going to our second game, we're going to another Champions League game between Victoria Plens and Karabag FK. They are tied 0-0 right now after the first leg. And going to the second leg, It's kind of a tricky place to bet. However, Victoria is one of those teams, again, when they play at home, it's just a whole different beast. They've scored in 13 of their last 14 home matches, and they kind of like to do what I now call the AB special. They kind of like to not play defense. They win by scoring a lot and then just conceding a little bit less. So it's that MLS strategy of just keep going. So we're taking both teams to score here at -110. This is the kind of game that, because they're tied, whenever the first team does score, the other team's going to say, screw it. We are only attacking. That is all that matters for the rest of this game. This game could get ugly quickly. So those are my 2 picks here for the Champions League this afternoon.
You know what I love about the community that we are building? That the entire time you were giving your take was amazing. And we're going to play those plays. But we now have M Squared in the chat, Jewelers in the chat, AB's in the chat, Alex is in the chat, and all of you are just staying positive, talking about yourselves. That's what this community is supposed to be all about. So well done, everybody. Well done. And thank you to the rest of the crew, not even on the show this morning, being on the show this morning. That's what we do. Now, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the 1s and the 2s. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised you could even put this recap screen together. Zack Attack, White Sox money line -132. Phillies on the run line +100. Then our man Calvin Wetzel, he's got you covered with the WNBA. Sky Liberty, let's go to the over 164.5. And then a little player prop. Yes, it's the playoffs. We have player props. Shop around. Sabrina Ionescu, 20-plus points at +114. Then buckets, 2 big plays in the Champions League qualifier. Both teams to score with and then Belgrade at home, team total over 1.5. Then, if you're going to cash with me, I'm bouncing back big time. Mets, Yankees over 8.5. I'll have another couple plays on early edge in 5. By the way, Alex will be on early edge in 5. And then Patrick Cantlay. Let's ride that horse all the way home. 2 different ways, with strokes and without strokes. Then 1 play from SportsLine, Benfica -125. We call that the Asian handicap. That play is from the Guru. Now, you've all been waiting. AB, show your face. There's that big old fat smile that I love so much. What's up, big boy? How are you?
Man, doing fantastic. Y'all doing all right? Show's good so far.
It's good. Real quick, to kind of tell you guys what we do here at the Early Edge and how we operate, because we do things differently. Last night, I'm flying 37,000 feet. I get a text. It's a Charlotte Observer, the newspaper. They said, Coach, I got your number from whoever. And they said, we need some quotes about Baker Mayfield and how it affects the betting. I couldn't do it. They wanted a Zoom call. Who do I call? Who do I text? My man AB. And in a second, he's on the interview, because that's what we do. Thank you, sir. That's why you're a 5-tool player.
Hey, I appreciate you, Coach. And they were fantastic. They were very complimentary of you, and appreciate the opportunity that we can help them out. And whenever it comes out, should be the next 24, 48 hours. I think it's going to go well.
That's what we're always here. We're always here to help. We're always here to interact. And we take as much time as is necessary to make you at home feel like you are part of us, because you are. Now, AB, what do we got today?
Yep. So first up, we're going to go with the Yankees team total. And I'll pull the recap screen up here so everybody can see it. We're going to go the Yankees team total over 4. Look, we nailed it yesterday. We said that they were going to get after Max Scherzer, that this game, that insanity brought the Yankees into this slump, and insanity was going to bring them out of it, right? So they put up 4 runs. We hit that yesterday. I think the Yankees are going to come out fired up. I think that they're turning this thing around. So go Yankees team total over 4. We're going to go Guardians team total over 3.5. And yes, they're going against the Padres, against Mike Clevenger, who is an outstanding pitcher. But the Guardians have covered this number in 5 of their last 7 games. They've covered this number in 3 straight against the Padres. So I think we're good there. And our last play this Saturday, the NFL preseason, last week, it's the last game, Ravens -6 against the Commanders. And let me tell you this. Here is why. Commanders enter this game 0-2. The Ravens, they've won 22 straight preseason games. They're obviously 2-0. You are guaranteeing yourself the only team in the NFL preseason that gives a damn about that, because they're not going to go 2-0 and then waste it, right? Like, they're going to win this game. Like, they're going to carry this streak over to next year, and they're going to do everything that they can to do it. Meanwhile, Ron Rivera and the Commanders are just trying to get the hell out of there. They'll roll over like a dog, let the Ravens go over, take care of business.
You know what, AB? We're going to get some idiot that is going to bet the money line at like -580. And when they lose, you told me.
Yeah.
You know it's going to happen. And that -6 number, you know it's going to happen for a preseason game. You know.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to happen. And look, that's going to make my my charity Zoom call. It's going to end up with that guy, and he's just going to scream at me for like 30 minutes, which is fine. We do.
By the way, did you beat buckets on your Zoom call for the draft-a-thon?
So I don't have a call. So mine is actually going to the
So
bar.
he didn't beat me. Yes.
Yeah. I don't have a Zoom call. Mine is actually going to the bar doing it live. And yeah.
Oh, so it's just a random Tuesday for you.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just a normal Tuesday. I'll be at the bar. Come join me.
Hey, come
I'll
join
buy
us at
drinks.
work. Let's go. Hey, great
I love it. Thanks, AB. The man, we'll see you later this afternoon on Early Edge in 5. So quickly to recap, you don't want to miss First Cut today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Very special guest, the voice of the PGA Tour, John Swantak, will join us live. We'll talk everything, best bets, sleepers, all that good stuff. Then me and the crew will be back at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Early Edge in 5 at 4. More best bets for the night in sports. We are exactly 3 weeks away from our first NFL Early Edge mega preview. We're going to do it every single Tuesday. And in your feed right now, we have I believe all of them have been released now, of the NFL future episodes, all 8 divisions. We did them separately. Zach, Maestro, RJ. We got it done, and we got it done for you. So with that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. Buckets, Zach Attack, Calvin Wetzel. I still got to come up with a nickname for him. And AB on the 1s and the 2s. I am the coach. I hope you had fun. I hope you get your day started off right. You need to smile every single day, and hopefully we can help with that. There's only one place you need to come, right here. We like to call it the Early Edge. Good luck.